One of the best parts about the program is that after learning about current events in class, such as the US-China trade war, we were able to talk with business and political leaders in Southeast Asia that were feeling these effects firsthand.
I was very fascinated when I went to Singapore, and we learned how throughout a short span of time they transformed their small island city-state into one of the richest countries in the world. And interacting with business leaders, diplomats, and secretaries and other higher up officials from that country was really a privilege to partake in.
One of my biggest takeaways from this trip occurred in the first half of it while we were in Indonesia and Cambodia. While we were there, we met with a lot of business people, and we got to do a lot of different business sites, and we got to see how Christians decide to basically run their business or how to live in the workplace. This is really cool for me to see because growing up in the mission field, I was around a lot of missionaries and who directed their lives with the goal of evangelizing the people. But seeing Christians in the workplace in Southeast Asia was also a really awesome thing for me to see because some people chose to have evangelism be a main part of the business, but some of them were truly just there to be profitable and to employ a lot of people. And I think, and then also then running their business in a certain way that upholds Christian principles. This was a really, I think, encouraging thing for me to see how Christians can make an impact in the workplace in all different spheres. And I just loved the personal testimonies and stories of people that we got to meet who got to see the fruit of their work.
We not only got to visit a lot of businesses, but also embassies, and every single one of them had a different perspective on what the country's future is like, or what the past has held for them.
One of my favorite parts about the trip was being able to meet the U.S. ambassador to Vietnam and hear how America's political and economic relations with Vietnam have really grown in the past 25 years.
My favorite country to visit this summer was Vietnam. First off, because I love Vietnamese food and we got to experience all different types while we were there. And then second, I really enjoyed learning about American-Vietnamese relations after the war, and I feel like we got some really good personal stories and accounts of how American vets have intentionally gone to Vietnam after the war and tried to make amends, and that reconciliation was really awesome to see.
Traveling with a diverse group of students was a very major takeaway for me because we all came in to this trip with different ideas of what we want to do with it. Some of us were business majors and others were international relations majors, and we all had different takes on different issues.
Not only did this program exceed my expectations academically and vocationally, I also grew inspired faith-wise from hearing and sharing with classmates and professors about our personal faith testimonies. And it really encouraged me and taught me how I, as someone who wants to study and work overseas in the future, what it really means to be a global citizen and to act as a blessing and ambassador of God.